Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic.
We used to be a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, we'd rather talk about literally anything else now. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the podcast.
How are you all? I'm sure doing just great.
How are you?
Ooh, I am depressed. I am still depressed. Still depressed. I went through and I've been keeping a
Depression journal?
Yeah, well, sort of. On accident, started keeping a prompt journal. That the only prompt is,
you talked about
yes, how are you doing? And I started that in the beginning of June, and so now it's been 3 months. And I don't do it every day, but I went back yesterday and I was like, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm gonna write in my prompt journal that I feel pretty good today, and then I'm gonna go back and see if I can figure out how long I've been in this. Basically, it's been about 2 months. I'm almost exactly at 2 months, which means I've probably got another month left while I come out the other side of it. But I had 2 days in a row this weekend where I felt pretty good. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I still in the same place, still depressed, whatever. I have a doctor. I have medicine. I'm doing what I can do.
Whatever. I have a doctor.
I have a doctor. That's better than most people can say, I think.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I mean, it's mostly still, I'm pregnant, so I have anxiety and my body feels weird and,
I do.
So
I do know.
There's not it's funny when people are like, oh, how is it? I'm like, what do you want me to say? I just go, I'm tired. Because I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired. People say wild stuff. I haven't had anybody touching me. I had one lady instinctually try to do it and then immediately realize her mistake. And I was like, okay, well, you clearly learned your lesson somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. And I had one friend who didn't know that I was pregnant. And she did the same thing and was like, And I was like, you're fine. So I haven't had any weird touches.
That's good.
But I've had people say weird stuff. The landlord of the building I work in, who is a friend of the owner, he's fine. But he was like, so are you super nervous? And I was like, what a fucked up thing to ask me. Yes, obviously. Mm-hmm. But also, shut up.
Yeah, also...
I don't know you.
Also, no, do I have a choice? What answer are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm not really nervous about being a parent. I'm pregnancy makes me nervous. But also, I don't know you.
Yeah, man. Even then, people that you know will ask you fucking wild, off-the-wall shit sometimes, too. I was really... Maybe it's just because I was, first wave and none of our friends really had kids at the time, but, I had a lot of people ask me oh, how does Michael feel about the fact that you're pregnant? As though, right?
It was a surprise.
I just
trapped him,
got pregnant. As though I'm the one in the relationship that was you know what I want to have? A baby nobody wants. That. It was such a, but it's, people will just say the craziest shit to you while you're pregnant. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I was having this weird client meeting. Whatever, I've had a lot of bad client interactions. It wasn't even bad. It was just weird. And the father of the groom was there, and he was like, oh, so when are you due? And I was like, November 11th. He was like, that's my ex-wife's birthday. And I was like, okay.
Cool.
And then he was like, out loud at my work in front of my boss, so are you going to come back after maternity leave? You're coming back to work? And I was like, what am I supposed to tell you? A, truly none of your business.
Yeah.
B, my boss is right there.
Right.
I have but one answer in this scenario you have set up, my guy.
Right, for real. No.
Insane.
I'm not.
Insane. Whatever. I've had so many bad client interactions lately. I can't even. It's not even worth ranting about. Stop being an asshole to customer service people. Just because you're spending money doesn't mean you get to be a dick. Also, if you make a mistake, don't blame it on the person who's working to their boss. Because guess what? That person probably has receipts and you're going to look like an asshole. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Oh, boy.
The wedding industry continues to be... I'm barely even working. I am selling weddings and talking to brides and couples and things like that. But I'm not really on site. I feel like I'm doing 50% of my job. And I'm still fuck these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny too, like I'm pregnant and a bunch of people can see and know that because I'll say like, hey, I'm not going to be at your wedding. And people will be like, oh, congratulations or whatever. And then beep, beep, beep. I'm going to ask you something that's clearly something that is uncomfortable or that you don't want to do. Like somebody wanted me to go to a walkthrough at their venue, a venue I've already been at, for a wedding that's not until next August because she's worried about the hanging installation that we're going to do. And I was like, well, do I have to do it now or can I do it in the spring?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because your wedding is in a year. Because I'm going on maternity leave in 3 weeks. And she was like, well, congratulations. Well, I'd really actually like it to be done now. And I was like, whatever, fine. I'll drive to Wheaton, Illinois. I don't give a shit.
Ugh.
At least it's like, that's like 4 hours of work. I could just be like, whatever, 4 hours of work.
Yep, that's done.
I don't have to do any other meetings in this moment.
Yeah, that's true.
And if it's a nice day, it's like, it's at a golf course, so whatever. But it is pretty, so like maybe I'll go for a walk. Anyways, that was a mini rant, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's your rant?
My rant is mostly just depression, but a huge part of my rant is sort of the same thing. It's people not being competent at jobs that they should be competent
Yeah, let's
at.
just have a dual rant.
Yeah, I am...
Jobs.
Yeah, jobs, man, jobs. I have been with my company for 5 years. I like them a lot. There are a lot of things I really like about my company. There's a lot of things I'm outspoken about that I don't care about, like the fact that we had to return to work. And by return, I mean force me to go
Return to office.
Return, yeah, sorry. No, to work.
Yeah, return to office.
Return to office, yeah. And like, return is not the right word. It's force because I was always a remote employee. But I have just run
because
into...
you got this job like right before the pandemic.
Literally week of. The
Yeah.
day that we went into lockdown, March 16th, was the day that I got hired at the company that I'm at now. So like literally never, ever worked in an office. And so now I'm being like forced to go in all the time. And
Is it twice a week?
Twice a week. And it is terrible for my mental health. Truly fucking terrible for it. It is not helping me not be depressed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I have just been like wildly disrespecting it. Every time there's a day off, I'm like, that's
Shocked.
the day I was going to go. Oh, there was a company holiday that day. Well, that was the day I was definitely going to go in. And so I'll just not count that one. But then the last 2 weeks, I just haven't gone in. Like last week, I didn't go in at all.
Do people say anything?
No, because my boss knows it's a bunch of shit too. She has a 10-month-old daughter and she had to come back from maternity leave and immediately go to return to office. And so she understands like, no, this is bullshit. And so she's really good about, I'll communicate with her like, I just don't feel good. I'm not coming in. That was me last week. 2 weeks ago, I went all the way down there, all the way down to the West Loop, down all the way by good old Hamburger University.
You should buy a train.
It takes an hour and a half to get there by train,
Yeah,
though.
I guess the brown line is slow as hell.
Well, the brown line, I have to go all the way to the end and then switch to the pink line, and then I have to wait for the pink line to go all the way into the West Loop. Yeah, it's a huge
that
fucking...
sucks. I just assumed it was a brown line thing.
No, I have to do a hole and then another one. It's such a huge pain. That's, again, why it's terrible for my mental health. It's like...
At least trains are cool.
I like trains. I like being on the trains. Once it starts to get cold, I'm just going to be a full bitch about this. Like, no, this isn't working, and it's not working in the ways that you thought that it was going to. Oh, this is... Every single year, our company takes oh my God, what's the word? Takes a part of this greatest places to work survey thing, right? Like everybody fucking does one of those now, it seems like, but there's like a marketing one that my company has entered into, and only 400 employees are chosen to do it. And every year I get chosen to do it. It's like the opposite of jury duty. Like I really want jury duty and I've never been called, and I do not want to do these, but I do them every
Always
single
get
year.
called.
And then this year I was like, oh, you want my opinions? You picked the wrong year. This is the wrong fucking year to ask about my opinions. And I just went fucking apeshit. Was like, you want to know all about why this is disappointing and why you're being bad at your jobs? I'm going to let you know. You shouldn't have picked me for this. And so rave in that I did get to actually say what I wanted to about it, but rant in that it is just full incompetence. This is just, we have a building, we need you to use it. There's no reason for it.
Just save the money. Just
Right?
get rid of the building.
Just get rid of the building. They're not even the whole building. Just rent one less floor. Rent 2 less floors even. That would be, you'd still have 3 floors. It's fine.
Nick was telling me, because Nick has like a pretty traditional job, even though he's work from home because his company's in Australia. He was telling me that he had read a bunch of like business articles and business podcasts. I don't know. The only social media my husband has is LinkedIn, not a joke.
So funny.
Because LinkedIn, I'm never on there, and none of us really are. But like LinkedIn has a full social media platform on it. It's wild, actually.
Yes.
Anyways, he was saying like one of the reasons there has been a big call to office is because rich men don't like their wives and don't like being at home with their children.
Yep.
And so they don't want to be at home. And so they have made everybody else do it so that they have an excuse to continue to be shitty husbands and shitty fathers. And I was like, okay, that's sad, but also makes sense now, like in the context of everything.
They don't like their wives. They don't like their children. They do like having power over people.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't like their wives or their children anymore. Because
they don't want because if you're at home, you know, your wife might be like, hey, can you let the dog out in between your meetings or whatever? Like, again, Nick is fully work from home, and Nick works a lot and works really hard. I've never truly met anybody that works as hard as my husband. It's insane.
It's what you might even say pathological almost.
Yes. I've said it to him.
Yes.
But yeah, he just has like this incredible work ethic. And even him, like he'll between meetings, he'll, you know, scoop the cat box or run the dishwasher or mow the lawn or whatever, because he's at home, right? And like it's just the same as like taking a coffee break or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Like he still gets all of his work done. He's more, I mean, there's so many studies that show that most people are more productive at home because those little breaks are actually like mentally and physically really good for you. But yeah, if I'm a rich CEO that just married a trophy wife and had kids because I'm supposed to have kids, I don't want to mow the lawn in between my meetings.
Right? I don't want to mow the lawn. I don't want to hire anyone to even do it. I don't even want to think about it. That's not my job. Like, well, it could be. It should be, probably.
If you hear any random bumps or purrs or anything, we have a very cuddly cat in here who's rubbing her head on the microphones. I'm just going to leave him in.
Sounds good to me.
She's very cute.
Lo-fi.
Little cute baby. Yeah, so I don't know. My job has always been hybrid because I work in an industry where you literally physically have to be there. So this hasn't like affected me, but see, tired. It is so dumb when there's so much. It's just like the state of the world right now. There's so much research that says this X is so much better for productivity and mental health and the earth and science and whatever. But the rich people don't want to do it, and the rich people are in charge. So we're going to do the thing that is proven not to work as well, which is insane because, like, if you were a true capitalist or whatever, wouldn't you want max productivity? But what you actually just want is money and convenience for yourself.
Right. They want max profits, not actual like productivity of any kind, because they want to replace all workers with AI, which doesn't work and isn't going to work.
Isn't working.
Isn't working. No, not at all.
So insane.
Yep.
It has been a little satisfying to see people who are like, average citizens, not like CEOs or whatever, who were like really buying into AI slowly on like Reddit threads and stuff and being like, so this is not working anymore. It's not very good. Or like, I've noticed this. Or it's like, yeah, it's
bad. It's not going to get better.
It's going to get worse because people are fucking with it to make it get worse.
Right. Exactly.
As they should continue to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck AI.
Yeah. Whatever. We've had that rant many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just so wild. Like we have the most advanced technology we've ever had. We have, you know, a society of people who are more learned than they have been in history, you know, like more people have access to education, even though it doesn't feel like it. Like, and yet we'll be presented with a fact and we're like, my feelings don't match up with that fact. It's insane.
Yeah, people are nuts. And like, I know I probably do that about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I know
But
that's
not about like vaccines.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say is it's like, yeah, I can own up to the fact that I almost certainly do that about things, but I'm also like a person who has eyes and ears and can understand, like, that's the thing. A lot of people just detest expertise. They hate people who are experts.
Because people feel like it threatens them.
Yes,
But it's like,
100%.
you're probably an expert in something that person's not an expert in.
Right, exactly.
You don't have to be good at everything. That's that whole like jack of all trades thing. People cut that off, right? Like it's like the customer service thing. The like, oh, the customer's always right. That's not the whole quote,
No,
and that's
it's
not what the quote means.
No, it's not.
you don't actually have to be good at everything. You shouldn't be good at everything.
Yeah.
That's why we live in a society.
Do we? We live in a rapidly deteriorating society.
I guess you must hit rock bottom before things can be fixed sometimes.
I hope so. I don't know how much lower this rock bottom can get, to be honest.
Don't jinx it.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
It can get worse.
I'll just become pregnant somehow, like against all science and odds.
I before I deleted my Instagram, I think there was some lady that I was following who like grew up in like hardcore like Soviet Russia. And her stuff was so funny. She was like, "Oh, you'd think it can't get worse? It can always get worse." It's like, Jesus, but also good perspective.
Yeah, true.
But she's also very funny about it. Like her delivery is very funny. She's like just commenting on like secret police and stuff. And she's like, "Oh yes, this is what happens." And you're like, "Oh God." She's just like drinking her tea and being like, "This is just the state of the world that I am used to."
Man. Woof.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the rant.
Anyway, that's the combined rant. What's your rave?
Certainly not this acid reflex cough. What's my rave? I'm trying to phrase this in a way. I was gonna phrase it in like a funny way, but also like I feel like that's too deteriorating to me because people always tell me that I don't ask for help, but I actually do ask for help. I just like there's a lot of stuff that I can do.
You're very specific about the help that you want.
Yes.
And then on top of that, more specific on top of that, of help you will receive on top of wanting it.
You know, there are a lot of people who will say, "Oh, ask for help," or "I'm available," and then you know you do, and then they're bad at it, or they don't actually want to help. People will say, "I want to help," or like, "Oh, definitely, I'm free." They're not.
No,
it's a learned disappointment. I think we've talked about this before, but I'm trying to prep this house for the baby. Part of that prep is like getting some big house projects done that like do need to get done because A, I won't have the time or energy to do them soon, or B, like fixing the upstairs shower. Like that does have to get done because that's how I need to clean my baby.
Right. Yeah.
Like doing it in a standing shower is going to be way harder and like, you know, it's not impossible, but like it's going to be easier to do it in a tub. So like that shower, you know, things like that. But one of those things was I have years and years and years and years and years of comics that were half organized, unorganized, stacked up. They were in this like mountain in my basement. And I would do it a little bit here and there on my own, but it is just a huge undertaking, especially when you're constantly getting more comics. And I donate a lot and stuff, but still I read a lot of comics. And so I like asked some of my comic book club friends. I was like, anybody interested in like trading like pizza for labor? And the labor is organizing my comics. And so I had 4 of my comic book friends come over, and it took 5 of us 5 hours to get them all bagged, boarded, and nominally organized. Like the series are together, like the Supermans are with the Supermans, and they are in, you know, chronological order or things like that. But mostly it's not, there's no like real logistics to like what's in each box or things like that, other than the X-Men books, because my friend Keith, I gave him a very hard task, but he loves the X-Men and has like an encyclopedia, what is the word?
Encyclopedic
Encyclopedic knowledge of the X-Men. So I was like, you can put this in whatever order makes sense to you. And he was like, okay, we're going to do Krakoa era and we're going to do this. And like, it's funny too. We were bagging and I kept finding more X-Men comics. And I'd be like, okay. Then he'd be like, more. And I'd be like, yeah, there are always more X-Men comics.
Yeah, they never stop.
So the X-Men comics are very meticulously and well organized. So shout out to Keith for that. But it was pretty fun. But it was also like again, 5 people, that took 5 hours. That would have taken me so much longer. And also like, again, Keith was so good specifically at the X-Men stuff. And like Molly Jane has worked in comics and comic shops for years. So she's so fast at like organizing and like, you know, suggestions of how to do it. And it was very, very helpful. And that has been like an albatross around my neck for such a long time. And now I have, again, we purged a bunch. I still need to do a bigger purge, but I was more focused on organizing. Molly already was like, I would like to come back and organize these boxes. I was like, you can do that if
Absolutely.
you want. She was like, are you sure you don't want me to put them in alphabetical? I was like, I think this is going to take too much time right now to do.
Oh, don't worry.
Like,
I'll come back.
She was like, okay. And I was like, it's stressing you out, isn't it? And she was like, yeah, a little, but you know, it's fine. I was like, next time we'll have a purge and alphabetize party where we like get rid of a lot more. But yeah, and then they, you know, all took some stuff home too, which like felt good, and have a big box for donation. And now I have like a system where I can actually keep up on it on my own, which is like a huge weight off my back. Like truly felt like an albatross. I was just like, how am I going to do this? When am I going to have time? Because it's also like you have to lay them all out, and it's like not the most comfortable. You're like sitting and putting bags and boards and taping.
It was really fascinating to see the photos that you took of it, where it was just all over, and it was people just like like a little factory.
Yeah, truly. Like we had Keith on the X-Men, and we had Molly kind of. Well, at first, we took anything unbagged and boarded, we put into like letters, which I had never done. I would do it by series, which would take way longer. And they were like, no, just throw the A's here, and then we can just put this stack in order. And I was like, oh my God, that's way easier than what I've been doing. So we did that for like an hour. And then during that, we did kind of a quick purge there. And then we alphabetized everything. And then Keith kind of went on to X-Men Land, and then Margie was making all the bags and boards, and Sarah and I were bagging and boarding the issues that were alphabetized, and then Molly was kind of moving everything around in all of the boxes and being like, give me Fantastic Four, and we'd hand her Fantastic Four, and like she'd be like, okay, do you got any of this? You know, so it like, and Keith truly was like in his own little world in his like X-Men Land, which was so fun. But yeah, I mean, it truly, like, we had, like, a whole assembly thing going on. And now, yeah, theoretically, I hope I can keep up on it a lot more. Or, like, I kind of opted to do short boxes instead of long boxes because those are easier to, like, kind of deal with. So, you know, I could take a day and be like, I'm just going to go through 2 short boxes and see if there's anything I can purge or things like that. Or alphabetize, and then I'll show Molly, and she'll be proud of me. And we labeled everything on the outside of the boxes. It was just like deeply satisfying as like a deep clean and an organized, but also was just like a nice moment of like, these people really helped me out a lot. And like, and they all have like specific knowledge. Like I could have asked like you or Bobby or someone to do it, but like it would have been slower because like, you know, it was just nice to be like, we're all actual friends, but like we do have this specific thread of like we became friends through comic books, so it was like a nice, I don't know, ask your friends for help.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic.
And now I have that space because, like, that space, I was like, you know, I'm about to have a kid. That's like the perfect space to put like
there's
toy boxes
or
and
like
stuff.
a bassinet, even if you're hanging out downstairs, or a mama-roo, for example.
Yeah, it will be good for baby, but then like once my kid starts having a billion toys or whatever, like that'll be a perfect like toy chest area or whatever. And it'll make my basement even more appealing to your child.
That's true. My child, who loves your basement, fucking loves your basement, is just obsessed with it. Can we go to Aunt Alexis's basement?
He doesn't even care about me. He just wants to go in my basement.
That's 100% true. He doesn't even want to play with any of your toys or comic books or anything. He just wants to like be down there and run around and watch your TV and like flip around on your couch. That's it.
He's more than welcome to.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
When your kid finds a space that's different and bigger than the space that they're allowed to be in all the time, it's like, oh, let's see what weird ass way you're going to use this room, because only you as a child would think I can get maximum space out of this room by running in these certain directions.
Totally. Yeah. And I've definitely thought about like what to move around for when the baby is older to be like more, this can be more of like a play area and things like that. And a big part of it was move all these fucking comic books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Move all these fucking comic books.
When I went down, I took a meeting down here earlier, and I walked down and was like, oh my God. It's like the opposite of a jump scare. It was like, there's nothing here anymore.
I know. It's like an empty, weird space now.
Yeah, it is.
And you're just like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's still a couple long boxes out there that are serving as like a table. I was like, those can stay for now. But yeah, so that just felt really good. And honestly, yeah, like a lot of preparing for baby has just been getting stuff we've put off done that aren't necessarily like baby stuff, but it's like house stuff that's like, this needs to get done and we're not going to have the energy to do it. So let's just do it, which has been deeply satisfying.
Hell yeah. Hell yes.
Yeah. And I have a whole list for next year, like power washing my house.
Ooh.
My house is very dirty on the outside.
Man, power washing is so cool. It's so satisfying to watch someone do it.
Yeah. My aunt who has painted a bunch of stuff here, she also power washes. So next year I'm going to be like, you have to come out and paint the one room that still needs to be painted, and you have to power wash my house. I mean, I pay her money. She gives me a discount, but I pay her money.
Good rules.
Yeah. Next year is going to be focused a lot more on the outside, like fixing the decks and things like that. So then again, when little is bigger, we can like spend more time outside and stuff.
Absolutely.
But this year is more just bathrooms that work.
Giving your children a bath. Oh, hey.
Go fucking figure. Getting a new fridge because ours leaks and also is shaped weird.
It's shaped weird.
The problem is like, I mean, ours already sticks out a little bit, but when they rehabbed this house, they made so many dumb choices. Even a smaller fridge now is going to stick out quite a bit, but I'm like, well, you just have to do it. Mm-hmm. It's just going to stick out. Who cares? Whatever. It's a fridge.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be like a sexy appliance. It just needs to be a good appliance.
Yes. It does not need to be sexy. It doesn't need to be smart either.
No, fuck no. I don't need a smart shower or smart showers. I don't need a smart
I don't need
anything.
a smart shower either.
I just need it to keep things cold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's literally it.
That's all I want my fridge to do. I want it to come with a freezer that's attached to it. That's kind of all I care about.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate going to look at electronics now and it's like a bunch of weird shit on it. And you're like, but this will break. Like when my husband knocked our mirror off of our car, the side mirror, right? And because cars are all computerized now, to fix a side mirror was like $1,200.
What?
Because it has to be reattached to the computer.
Ugh.
Because it's a specialized like mirror, all computer stuff. Like, and the guy at the shop too, he was like, I'm just going to show you this so you know that I'm not scamming you. He's like, the labor is like $200, but like the parts cost this much. And he like showed me several websites and I was like, I believe you, man. I appreciate you doing this.
Right.
But like, he was like, yeah, it's just these computerized cars. Like, but every car is computerized now.
Yeah. Unless you buy an old one, you're taking the chance that it's already an older one, but they run so much longer and so much better. It's almost better. Yeah. Sometimes it depends. If you're getting like a Honda Civic, you can get one that's 87 years old and has 3,000 or 300,000 miles on it. And it'll still run like a tank. Yeah. Those things don't die.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Ask your friends to help you organize your comics. Also, maybe stop buying as many comics. But I do read them. It's not like I buy them and let them stack up in like people buy them and not read them. I used to be that way.
Are you just talking about all the comics that you bought and haven't read yet?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, all the ones that you were bagging were ones that you've already finished all of those? Oh, I thought there were ones inside of those you still hadn't read yet.
No.
Oh,
those are all read. My stack of comics that I haven't read are from the past 2 weeks, and there's like 25 of them.
I thought for some reason you still had like an entire pull box that you were behind on.
No, I caught up on that about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
So you
I had,
were
like,
catching up on those. Okay.
Well, I had one from it was my comics that I pulled during grad school where I basically kept
Right.
pulling,
Yes.
but I wasn't reading. And then by the time I got back into comics, I kind of just jumped into what was out. And those ones were so many of them that were like in the middle of series. So I was like, I feel like I have to go back and restart the series. So it was kind of, I made the process longer by being like, anything that's in the middle, I'm just going to restart the series. So I did things like reread all of Saga, or I read all of The Runaways, or I read like all of Rebirth, Catwoman, Batgirl, Nightwing, Batman. So like I caught up on those piles, but by doing that, I gave myself extra homework.
Yeah,
so
that
it
makes
took me
sense.
several years, but I did actually finish that. That was The Runaways was the last one that I had to do. And I finished it. I'm all caught up on The Runaways. I'm sad that I'm all caught up on The Runaways though, because that Rainbow Rowell series fucking rules. It's so good. But yeah, so yeah, all of those comics are ones I read.
Man, that's wild.
It really fucking is. There's a lot of comics in there. That's why The Purge is next.
Yeah.
The Purge needs to happen. It's just hard because there's series that I really like, but then I just need to be a little bit brutal and be like, you're not going to reread this series. And you're not collecting it for a special reason, like this is your favorite comic or it's your favorite comic character or something like that. So I got to be a little brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to calm down. My rule is always, will I reread it? Did I like it enough that even though I won't reread it, I want it to still be part of my library, or will I loan it to somebody?
I'm really good. That's my thing with books. I'm really good at like purging books when I'm done reading them. For some reason, comics has this like collector thing about it.
Oh, for sure.
And then you're like, okay, but if I get rid of that series, what happens? What happens if like the next part of that series is really good, and then I feel like my collection's incomplete and like blah. And like there's part like I have most of Krakoa, but I don't have all of Krakoa, and I'm like, I kind of want all of Krakoa. Like but also, do I need it in single issues, or can I like substitute the stuff I don't have with trades? And I'll have to make that decision. I'll have to make that. And like, and you know, my trade shelves are pretty full, so it's like if I substitute my singles for trades, where the fuck do the trades go?
Yeah, for real.
You know.
So many choices.
Books, having a lot of books. It's great and bad.
Awful.
It's great and bad. I've purged so many books and comics, and I still have more books and comics than you probably do.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not just you. I mean, you, the listener.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I probably do. Not Molly Jane, though. Molly Jane has a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously have more comics than me. Mine are all weird graphic novels. That's most of my stuff.
You have a strange taste in comics.
I do. I have very strange taste in comics. It's absolutely correct.
I have very basic taste, and then I have like some stranger taste. I just read comics. I don't have a lot that I won't read. Because I'll even read stuff that I know I won't like a Garth Ennis comic out of morbid curiosity. And then I'll be like, you know what's bad? This.
That's you read them to have an opinion about them. That's part of it too.
Yeah, I can tell you a lot about The Boys and why you shouldn't read it. And I know everybody's like, no, but the show's better. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I fucked myself over because I read the comic. And I don't really want to watch a show.
Yeah. It has no appeal for me whatsoever.
That's part of the reason why, you know, I was like, I got to read the Starstruck comic before I watch D20 Starstruck. And this comic is like impenetrable. It's actually quite hard to read. I finished it this morning and I feel like invincible because it's insane. But I watched Starstruck, you know, in the middle of reading it, and I liked it. But people really, really love that one, and I thought it was just okay. And I think it's because the comic kind of soured me on the universe. So it's dangerous. Sometimes you read a book before you watch a movie, then you don't want to watch that movie.
Almost never. Literally almost never. And not because I'm a person who's like, I pictured this character to look a certain way in my head. I don't usually. That's not, you know, those imagination scales that go from like 1 to 5 where it's like you basically see nothing to you basically see like a photorealistic picture or whatever. I'm like a solid 3 with things I haven't seen before. I'm closer to a 4.5 with memory and with like photos of stuff, but general imagination while I'm reading is more of a 3, and I don't picture the characters in the same way. And so it's not like I can't go to a movie and be like, oh, well, I just can't believe Tom Hanks is playing X character. Like, that doesn't bother me. It's more when the fundamental nature of the book is changed by the movie. We talked about that with so many different things, but like that's always my fear, is that that's going to happen now too. And so I'm like, but I liked this book, and so I'm just going to keep this over here. And if I didn't like the book, why would I go see the movie? Which is like completely backwards logic.
Yeah, I mean, I was just complaining about that with the Thursday Murder Club movie. They're like, overall, it's a pretty good adaptation. The casting is really great. It's pretty fun. They make one change that is egregious. And I was like, and it's near the end, and I was like, I didn't like this now. Like, why? So whatever. What is your rave?
Very similar to yours. My rave is about purging a bunch of shit from my collections.
Hell yeah.
That has been
Purge.
Yes.
And me and Erin, just to be like clear, are not like Marie Kondo minimalists. Like both of our houses still look insane.
Yeah. I'm by far a maximalist who is living with a person who would like to be a minimalist, but is not. So yeah, I love collections. I love lots of stuff like that. I have lots of little hobbies that I've had for a long time. And the biggest thing that I have is I have so much collage material that like,
I just gave you all of that embroidery material.
But that's like, I have that over with my like fabric craft stuff. That's different than my paper craft stuff. And my paper craft stuff is I have that big ass dresser in the middle of my study that's just full top to bottom of all kinds of shit, different kinds of like 3D materials. There's different kinds of glues in there. I have a bunch of different kinds of paint that's in there, and then just like stacks and stacks of paper references. And I have started to go through them, and I'll just pull something out. There's like a huge, there has to be like close to 100 magazines in there. I'll just pull a magazine out and I'll go through it, and anything that I'm like, I like this color, I think that this photography is interesting, or this block of text could be torn up to look cool, I'll just rip the page out. And then when I get to the end, and then I just get rid of the magazine. Nice. And so I've been doing that, where it's like I have these papers that are building up that feels like kind of a lot, but then I look at the drawer that I'm emptying out, and it's like, yes, this is what I need. Yeah. And it's making me feel more creative, because I'm going through and having to think, how would I use this? Would I use this? Is this even part of my collage style anymore? Some of it not. And so it's been really satisfying to do that. And then in addition to that, it made me feel like I was going to have an easier time. I had to purge all of my pants. I had to get rid of like everything, because all I was wearing was leggings for a long time, and now I cannot wear leggings. They like make my skin break out. I just like
I told that to Nick the other day. I was like, you know what I miss? And he was like, what? And I was like, pants.
Yeah, man. If you had told me 5 years ago I was going to want to wear denim, I would have been like, you need to do a sanity check. There's no way that that's true. But like,
mine is just because I'm pregnant. But I do wear leggings a lot more, and I can totally think, once I'm fully healed and stuff, like I would like to wear pants.
Right? Yeah. I like want to wear
wearing pants.
I've like slowly one by one gotten rid of like all of my leggings and most of my like sweatpants. Now I have men's cotton joggers.
You can pull the sweatpants out of my cold dead hands.
Sweatpants that are made from like actual good sweatpant material, though. That's what I need. Now I have a bunch of those comfort ones.
Oh yeah, you love those comfort ones.
I do. I have 4 different sets of them. So I have lots of comfortable
I love a matching sweatsuit.
Yes, I've really grown.
Because there's something about it too that actually feels like because you can dress up a sweatsuit, like you could put on like earrings and makeup and like do your hair, and it like, yeah, you're wearing like pajamas essentially, but it matches. It like it has like a style to it. Especially now, there's tons of really cute sweatsuits. So like a sweatsuit you can actually make feel like an actual outfit.
Very 2000s. That's the 2000s coming back for us.
I'd rather that than like, I don't know, whale tails.
Man. Some of the things that have come
back.
My
sweatpants don't say juicy on the ass.
Thank God. Thank God. Are you kidding? If we had saved those, we'd be millionaires. Those are worth so much money now, like original vintage pairs of those.
I don't think I ever had any real ones.
Oh, I don't think I did either. I had a pair of red pleather pants that I got rid of when I was in high school, because I was like, these are lame. I don't want these anymore. And they would absolutely fit me today. And I'm so pissed that I got rid of them. So pissed about it.
I did not have a good style in high school and early college, so I don't really miss anything that I've gotten rid of.
I mean, I remember. You wore a lot of sweats then.
Sweats are great. They're so comfortable.
They are really comfortable. But yes, I've been trying to switch over from from leggings into like actual sweats. I've been wearing men's cotton joggers from Hanes. Incredible. Why the fuck aren't we given pockets like that? I can put my phone in my pocket and literally forget that it's there and then be like, where the fuck is my phone? Pat my pockets, not realize that it's in there, and then start to look for it again. Like, it is the literal only difference between the women's and men's pants too, where it's like they're fitted just a little different at the waist and the pockets are bullshit.
Because the pockets make your thighs look bulky.
I don't give a fuck.
But other people do.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
No, put the pockets on this. I don't care. Give me a back pocket that's big. I don't care. I want someplace to put my phone. Anyway, all that to say, I've been getting rid of all this stuff, and I've been like purposely and like thoughtfully reintegrating more stuff back in place of that, like going through and tearing out the things that I actually want from magazines and recycling the rest of it, and going through some of my other materials, and just actually I need to go through and do an honest purge. That's what I really need, is to go through all of my like jewelry stuff that I have and like do a real purge on that, because that is a sixth of the stuff that I have in there, and it's heavy too.
Yeah.
So it feels good to be like, let me just get rid of this shit.
Yeah.
Like really good. So that's my rave. Get rid of same as Stella's. Get rid of some new
stuff.
You can have stuff. Just have it be a little organized.
Yeah, and you should kind of know what you have too.
Yes, that's the
right?
thing. That's
Like,
part of being organized, is you know exactly
yeah.
mostly what you have. That's the thing with all my fabric crafts. I know what I have over there. I got all the embroidery stuff. I've got all of my fabrics and my sewing kits over there. I have no place to use them because my desk is covered in fucking collage material.
Yeah, well, embroidery you could do while watching TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Theoretically, I don't know. I hated it, which is why I gave it all to you. I like bought a lot of stuff because thread is so cheap. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I just don't like this pattern. And I finally had to be like, you don't like to cross stitch or embroider is what it is. And that's okay.
Yep.
But you don't need to have all of this stuff because you're never going to do this hobby. You gave it a college try.
You really did.
You don't like it. And
Nope.
that is fine. I made several cross stitches.
It's true. I have one in my bathroom still.
I just hate it. I don't know why.
Yeah, you really gave it a real try.
I like the craft of it. Like when other people do it, I have like embroidery like hanging up behind you. My grandma was really good at it. I just personally learned that I do not
I get it.
like it.
I totally get it. I do it wrong in lots of ways. That's part of why I like it. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't quote do it right, but also you're just making a little X.
Yes.
How
I
can
can't
you
do
do it
cross.
wrong?
That's the thing, is I can't
Oh,
do
you
cross.
embroider.
Yeah, I just do embroidery because you can actually very much fuck up a cross stitch.
Yeah, I think that you're just like counting and then it's one blur and you're like, is this 18 or 17? Ugh. And like I guess knitting and cross stitches or knitting and crochet is like that too, but it's bigger.
Yeah,
Even little knitting is bigger than a cross stitch.
Yeah, and crochet can be like huge too.
Yeah.
I love a giant crochet.
I have that giant moopsie. Terran crocheted.
That's true.
Insane.
That thing rules.
What media have you been consuming?
Almost nothing, just as the last couple of years. But I was telling you when we were recording this weekend that I've been reading a J.D. Salinger book of 9 stories is what it's called. It's 9 short stories. And the reason I started reading it is because I
Made a morbid joke to
I
yourself?
made a very dark joke to myself that if anyone has ever read A Perfect Day for Banana Fish, you will understand this joke. But just in case you've never read it, it's very good. You should. It's one of those stories that your middle school teacher assigns to you and then it haunts you for the rest of your life. That's what Perfect Day for Banana Fish is. It's not
So
quite
funny.
it's not The Lottery for me, and it's not quite The Open Window, but it is one
What's
of
the
those.
open window?
The Open Window is a woman who is like ill at home. I'm going to assume she probably has lead poisoning from her fucking wallpaper or something, but she's laying at this window or laying in this room with this open window and she can hear the people out hunting. And I don't know if it's a ghost or she just starts to go insane. She starts to think that they're dead and they keep getting closer and closer to the house as they're coming back from this hunting party. And she just goes slowly insane. I cannot remember the name of the author, but my high school 9th grade English teacher assigned that to me and I read it and was like, I think now I realize I was probably having a panic attack the whole time I was reading it, but I was just like, this is the scariest shit I've ever read in my fucking life.
It's by Saki.
Maybe, yes. That sounds right.
The short story that I got assigned that fucked me up was I think it's Ray Bradbury, the one where it's like the little kids on Venus.
Oh
And
yeah.
then they only get like one day of sunshine a year, and there's like a little girl, I think, who's like new to the colony, and she really misses Earth. She clearly has like sun depression, and they lock her in the closet, and she doesn't get to see the sun. That one's fucked up.
Yep. Man, English teachers are like, would you like some trauma real early in the morning? Like, I guess, sure. But Perfect Day for Banana Fish is about, there's two characters. There's a woman who is, I want to say early 20s, but she's like young and vapid, and she's in this hotel room, and you meet her, and she's like painting her nails, and she's talking to her mother on the phone, and is being very like, there's a great line that says she was the type of woman for whom a ringing phone dropped exactly nothing, which meant that she would put nothing down in order to get to a phone. So she'd let it ring like 6-8 times and then pick it up and be like, hello. Yes, hello. So she was that kind of person. I believe it's the 1940s that this is set, maybe 1930s. And so she's on this like vacation with this guy, and she's talking to her mother, and her mother keeps going like, are you sure? Is he like doing the weird thing with the trees again? And you never find out what that means. And she's like, are you sure he's not doing the tree thing? Are you sure he's not going to like, like hurt you in any way? And the woman's like, no, leave me alone, Mom. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then you meet this man. His name is Seymour Glass. And he clearly has just bone deep trauma from being in the war. And like, you can just tell he was young, he was drafted. And there's this scene with this little girl where he goes out into the ocean, and they're like playing around on this like big boat together, an inflatable boat. And he's telling her this story about, do you know what a banana fish is? And they swim around in the ocean, and if you see them, they swim back very quickly into their cave. And there's this weird moment where you're like, is he talking about his penis? Is that what's about to happen right now? It's this very strange moment of like, the little girl's looking in the water, and she's like, I see it. And you're like, what do you see exactly? And so there's this like very strange scene where you're supposed to obviously feel very weird about Seymour.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. And the more I read it, the more I'm like, he's 19 and this girl is like 6. It feels more like they're siblings to me now that I'm older and I've read it more, but it does have this very tense feeling. Okay, so all of this is to say, this is the story. So then he goes back upstairs to his bedroom, and his girlfriend, the room smells like nail polish remover. So she's been putting on nail polish and taking it off and putting on nail polish and taking it off all day. And so he goes back into their room, and he sits down on the bed next to her, and he shoots himself in the head. And that's the end of the story. And so I made a very dark joke that I had been painting my nails, and I hated the polish I put on. And so I put on another one, and it was disgusting. And so I took it off. And like the third time, I just joked outside to myself, if I do this one more time, man, Michael's going to shoot himself in the head about this. And I couldn't stop laughing. It was like, no one's going to understand this stupid joke. It's so good. It's such a good story. The book that it's in is very good too. 9 short stories in 9 stories is what it's called. But it's J.D. Salinger. It's very good. If you don't read anything except Perfect Day for Banana Fish, it's like 13 pages. It's very, very short.
Interesting.
Really fucking good. Really good. So that's what all of this, now that I've told you this tale, like a campfire story. What media are you reading?
So I've been watching the new D20 series Cloudward Ho, and I am obsessed with it. I think it might be my favorite one. I mean, Fantasy High will always be my favorite just for multiple reasons, but like this one is so good. It's steampunk themed, of course. But their characters, like they've just been doing it for years and years now. Like they're so locked in. Zach is so funny. Siobhan, like I think it's her best character. Allie is really sincere, which is very outside of Allie, because Allie's like kind of a crazy goofball, but like I love how sincere her character is. It's just really good. I mean, still funny because it's Dimension 20, but it's really, really good. So I've been watching that, and then embarrassingly, I decided to start reading the Dresden Files again. So there's that. They're bad, but they're so easy to read. I read them in like 2-3 days.
They're popcorn.
It's popcorn. It's like empty calorie reading. So I am reading, and I'm not on my phone or whatever, but I am reading Wizard Detectives.
Whatever. You're also at a point in your pregnancy where honestly, like reading a bunch of popcorn stuff and like easy to maintain at one at a time. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah. I'm also like, I had started so many books, and then I had finished several of them on like vacation. And I've been really trying to finish the ones I've started. I think I'm waiting for more Dresden Files from the library. Because I used to own a bunch of them, but I did get rid of them, and I don't want to buy them again, even though they're mass paperbacks, so they are cheap. But also, like,
No.
I can get them from the library. But the last book that I had started that I'm in the middle of, and I'm like 100 pages from the end, is called The Atlas Six. So unfortunately, it is a trilogy. I did not know that when I picked it up. So I'm also waiting for some of those from the library. But that's all to say, I was in the middle of like 7 books, and now it's just the one. And it's nice to just be reading one book at a time. Because sometimes I'll do like a book and an audiobook. But I've been listening to Claude Ward-Howe, so I haven't been doing audiobooks. But like I was in the middle of like, because I was just being really picky and I couldn't just commit to something. And I'd be like, oh, what if I read this book of essays? Or this comic or like whatever. So now I'm just reading one book.
Good for you.
And that feels, I am reading one book and a book of poetry. They're different.
It's different. That's different.
Because you can read like 1 or 2 poems and then be like, okay, now I'm going to read the novel.
You know we have to read David Duchovny's poem book. We have to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be weirdly good.
His writing is weirdly good.
Yeah.
It's just bad because it's insufferable, but it is actually good.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, I don't care for his music. It's not a thing that I'm into. But it is, like, objectively pretty good. And it's weird that he's this strange man who's like, if you did any one of these 3 things, everyone would probably like all of them a little bit better. But because you're this jack of all trades.
Which I do like. I like when
I like that he's multifaceted.
Artists are like, sure, I'm going to try this.
Yeah, but usually he's like, I don't want to say he's mid at all of them because I don't think he is, because he is a very good writer.
He's a good writer. That book is really good.
I think about it
Truly
a lot.
Like Rising is a good book. It's just hard to like, not even hard to process in like what's going on plot wise, but then you just are reminded that it's written by David Duchovny, and your brain goes, what?
Man, the thing I think about the most, spoiler for this book, is the kid who gets the union together and then they just close the store. I think about it all the time.
That happens.
It's because he's so idealized and you really think he's going to make it happen, and then he does make it happen and it doesn't matter. It's very satisfying in an unsatisfying way, and I think about it all the time.
Just trying to see if there's any updates in the adaptation.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it was getting an adaptation.
Yeah, well, I mean, it got optioned. Lots of things get optioned.
Yeah, that's true.
It says 6 days ago it's in the works at Showtime.
Oh, shit.
So maybe he's going to star in it. I guess he'll be the weird Mormon.
The cult leader?
Yeah.
Of course.
Why wouldn't you be?
Why wouldn't he be? Who else would play that part better? No one.
Why wouldn't you be the... How am I on Internet Movie Database, but it's like the Spanish version? I'm going to see if it's in his, like, because sometimes Internet Movie Database will do that, like, pre-production thing. Maybe I'll see if it's, like, in the pre-production. David. Yeah, we can obviously read his poetry book.
Yeah, we should.
I mean, we read Misha Collins' poetry book.
That's what I was going to say.
And we read Leonard Nimoy's.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy's is really good, though.
Yeah.
I want to set David
Truly
up to
Like
do that.
Lightning in development.
All right.
It's going to be a mini-series on Showtime.
That is the best way to do this. It doesn't need to be a multi-season show. It's too much to do in a movie.
Yeah.
A miniseries is like the perfect format for this.
Wow, he's been in a lot of stuff lately, but it's like stuff that you wouldn't have like really heard of. He was in a Pet Sematary movie.
Was he really?
Yeah. He's been doing some video games voices. All right, David, get that bag, I guess.
He's part of the hustle culture. He is always hustling.
I think he just like some people just like to work.
Yes.
See my husband.
Yep. Some people really do just like to work.
And I mean, when you don't need to work for money, you can take weird little projects.
You do whatever you want.
I'll watch Truly Like Lightning.
Yeah, I will too. If he's in it, especially, I'll watch it.
I mean, yeah, he's not great casting physically for that role, but he's great casting emotionally for that role.
Mhm.
Because like physically he's supposed to be like a retired stunt person. He's supposed to be like
Yes.
pretty ripped.
I mean, they're in pre-production. Who the fuck knows what is going to happen?
Yeah, some old man muscles on
Yeah.
David Duchovny.
Do you think David Duchovny wouldn't be like, ooh, you need me to look like a stuntman? No problem. I'll be back in 6 months.
Oh, I guess we should talk a little bit about wrestling because AJ Lee came back.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, I was with a friend of mine, and when I got over to hang out with him, he was like, do you think that she's coming back? And I was like, I barely understand what you're asking me.
Nick had mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I'd like to watch SmackDown if that's the case. And then I forgot, and I was upstairs like reading, and Nick was like, AJ Lee's back, and I was like, fuck, I forgot. She looked really good. I do think it's a little lame that she comes back as a part of like a couple storyline, but like that happens so much. Like that happened with Beth. It happens a bunch.
Yeah.
And at least it's with like Becky. It's not like it's with a top tier person. It's not like it's Becky and Seth. It's not, whatever. But I do really like her shirt. And I haven't bought wrestling merch in a long time, but part of me is like because it's just the old design. Like it looks really good.
Yeah.
Instead of saying Love Bites, it says like Love Bites Back on it or something on it. I'm like, fuck. Also, fuck. I went on the website just to look at it. Wow, WWE merch got expensive.
Really?
It got expensive. It's like $40 for a t-shirt.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm still gonna do it.
Unacceptable. That's what? They cost like $24 when we were buying them.
Yeah. I'm sure they have tons of sales and stuff, but like they're really expensive. That's
wild.
And they have a lot of baby onesies that are really bad. So if you wanted a Cody Rhodes baby onesie, you can get like 6 of them. Because I looked at the Naomi merch just to be like, oh, what's going on? And it's mostly just the caution tape. And I'm like, you wouldn't even necessarily know that that's hers. Right. But then there was like a baby onesie. And I was like, what? And then I clicked on it. And there's some really weird ones. People who don't even work at the company anymore, full price still, like a GG like onesie.
Weird.
The merch is a mess, but the AJ stuff is good, and the Bella stuff just looks really boring. I looked at the Bella stuff, and I was like, they just do the same design.
Yep.
And I already have all of that stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, that was the wrestling portion of our podcast. I
want to just start watching the women. Like, I need to just like wait till it's on, and then like go on their YouTube recap or whatever, and just be like, show me the women. Mm-hmm. That's it.
All I want to see is the women.
Kevin's out. I don't care about.
Yeah, for real.
And like, I love New Day, but like, it doesn't feel the same without Big E. And so like, I wish them well, but like, it just feels different to me. And it's not the same. I don't want to watch it that much anymore. And Sammy's embroiled with all the Uso stuff, which is cool for Sammy, but that makes me not really care. And I don't want to watch that. So truly, it's just like, I guess the ladies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll just watch them on WWE. I don't really know what's going on in AEW. I think Tony still has the thing.
Yes, she does.
Which feels like too long. I don't even watch it, and that feels like too long.
Oh, no. She's batshit. She's doing a great job with it. No, the other problem is
but
that
I feel like
Mercedes
Athena should have won.
Well, Mercedes also has 9 belts. That's the bigger problem. Like, Tony's doing a great job with hers, and like they need to focus more on either throwing way more people at Mercedes, which I think they're doing a decent job of, or like figuring out another way to start pairing those belts off with other people to give other people more screen time. Because the person who's had the belt the longest is Athena. She's had the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but it's like the Ring of Honor belt. She's like,
but those still show on like pay-per-views, and they'll do those on the big on some of the other shows too. I just want
Athena to have everything.
I mean, I like Athena. I love that she has been the champ for so long. I cannot follow her social media while she's champ. It drives me fucking nuts because it's all kayfabe, and it just drives me.
I stopped following all of their social medias.
Yeah. No, I follow quite a few people still, mostly just from AEW, but like I follow Becky still.
I don't think I do. I don't think I follow any wrestlers. I guess on Instagram I follow some of them, but again, my Instagram algorithm is so fucked up that I don't see anything. I honestly, I know you can't restart unless you restarted on Instagram, like a new one. I wish there was a way that you could reset your algorithm. A part of me just wants to go through and unfollow everybody that I've followed and then follow like 20 people and see what it looks like. But then they'll just give me crazy ads and stuff probably. Mm-hmm. Instagram has become like an unusable platform for me, and I really wish there was an alternative.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Yep.
It's really bad. That algorithm is fucked.
Using Instagram less, not bad.
No.
Nope.
I guess I'll just have to. But then people will send me stuff, and I'm like, I can't open this on my phone.
Yeah, people send me TikToks, and I'm
I know.
sorry, bro.
But like, I didn't have a emotional relationship with TikTok ever, right?
Yeah.
I've been on Instagram since like it, appeared. I have posts from like 2012 on there or something. It's just, I don't know. Are any of you techie? Can I reset my algorithm? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, that would be nice to know.
I would love to purge all of their information about me. I know that they'll get it back, but I would like a fresh start.
Yeah, for real. Got to clear all of your cookies on everything. Get rid of your cache.
Ugh, that seems so exhausting.
I mean, it is, but that helps with getting weirder targeted ads.
I guess we could follow a bunch of wrestlers on the Not Your Demographic one or the NYD Productions one, and then I could just see it on that because that one hasn't really been
go on and
plagued.
Follow a bunch of people, like wrestlers and stuff that you
like fan artists, the things I actually want to see.
Yes, exactly.
We should do that.
Yeah,
I'll make our Not Your Demographic one the one that I can actually be on.
Yes,
because mine is cursed.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I've been doing. I've been on the Not Your Demo one a lot more than my actual personal one because it's so much more relaxing.
The only thing I really miss is posting my little comics things, but I guess I could do that in the stories on Not Your Demo too.
Yes, you should, because we literally just talked about comics for like 20 minutes on this show.
Maybe I'll do that. And also, I won't have to have my work. The only problem is with Instagram for like Plan 9 or Hedonia, like I do need it. It's very annoying. But yeah, my personal one is just wrecked a little. I think I need to like download all those photos and maybe like start over. I think I maybe need to, if I want to be on that platform, I think I might need to delete it and start over.
Just nuke your account and come back.
Yeah. It's really gotten to a point where it like, this is a really dark thing that I'm going to say, and I want to like trigger warning this. I did not actually have any like suicidal ideation or anything, but the other day I was on it and I had a moment where I was like, I've never understood when you read an article about like a teenager who like kills himself because of like their interaction online and stuff. Like I understood it, but I've never really like felt it. I had a moment where I was like, I get why this could trigger somebody into killing themselves. Like that's where I'm at with Instagram, where I'm like, this has to go actually.
Wow.
Like, again, I did not have that personal like ideation. I just had the like, I understand how A could lead to B here. And that is nuts. Yeah. Like, so I think I need to nuke it. Yeah. I think it would actually feel really good. Yeah, I think it would feel really good. And then I could do the things I like on the Not Your Demo one because it's not plagued. It's like just Star Trek and X-Files, really.
The one thing that I've been doing with the Not Your Demo one is I try really hard not to like individual people on there. Not that because I don't want to, because I think it's kind of strange for us as a company to be like, yes, we endorse this one person or whatever. And I try not to watch people's stories that aren't like the meme accounts or whatever else that we follow for the exact same reason. I feel like we as a company don't need to be like dipping into people's stories all the time. Yeah. And it helps keep me out of those also, which is less time that I'm spending on there.
Yeah. I'm just afraid, what if I'm cursed? What if I get on our Instagram and then I fuck it up?
That's fine. We'll figure it out. The algorithm on there is going to be so fucked up because it's 3 different people using it.
That's true. That is true.
We'll just have this monster algorithm that no one can defeat.
What have you been doing for the world?
Money. Nothing else. Just money. I've been too depressed to do literally anything else.
I took a page out of your book and I did some like public comments, mostly on like CDC stuff, where I was like, come on.
Yeah, right?
And this is purely selfish, but I have been really railing a lot of people into getting vaccines because having a baby in flu season, I'm sure you know, because you had a baby during like the pandemic or like shortly after. And then also this insane anti-vax stuff has made me insanely nervous. So I've been being like, hey, everybody, you should like, yes, I would like you to make sure you're vaccinated for measles, but also you should really like, you should get it checked because you can get it even if you think you're vaccinated because you got it as a child. Like you should really check and make sure that you're still vaccinated. It's a very easy vaccine to get if you aren't. So I've been really railing. I'm just trying to get everybody. I'm finding articles about like where you can go or like how to talk to your doctor or like what pre-existing conditions like count. Like I'm going to get everybody vaxxed.
Hell yeah, man.
Everybody I know is going to be vaxxed to the max.
Hell yeah, man. Fill me up with vaccine. I'm ready.
Yeah. So money. And then I've been doing some public comments and then really harping everybody into getting vaccines.
The pandemic is not over, turns out.
Yeah. Like the flu pandemic was in the 1920s. We still have the flu. Like it's still here. Yeah, the like I guess capital P pandemic part is over, but like it now exists. COVID-19 now exists.
Yep.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I have been masking a lot more in public too. I like bought some. I have a friend who has masked the entire time. She's immunocompromised, and she has all these like cute, like colorful KN95s and things like that. And I was like, hey, can you suggest mask place? Because I don't just want to order from Amazon. And she was like, you shouldn't because the quality on Amazon has actually gone down a lot. And so she gave me the name of a bunch of mask place, and they're a little bit more expensive, but like. They're very high quality. I think I ordered a bunch from, I think it's called Kind Mask, and they come in tons of colors. Of course, when I ordered, all of the colors were like sold out.
Yeah, of course.
So I just got like black and like a forest green. But like, I sometimes feel weird masking because it's like that social thing. You get in an elevator, everybody turns left, and you're facing forward, and you feel weird because everybody turned left. Why did everybody turn left? You know? And sometimes it can feel very weird wearing a mask when nobody else is wearing a mask. And I don't do it all the time. But I have been masking more just as like A, I'm pregnant, but B, like, I don't know you people. And,
Yeah, for real.
and all
man.
you people are crazy. Like I went to the doctor just for a regular checkup and at Northwestern on Belmont Avenue in Lakeview, a sign right at the desk, measles in our community. And I was like, I want to kill somebody. I'm freaking out.
Woof.
Yeah. So if you're anti-vax, never listen to this podcast again.
Yeah, bye.
You're an idiot.
No loss.
Goodbye. Question?
Question, yes. All right. What number do you want between 1 and 19?
8.
What do you think your pets would say to you if they knew you could understand them?
I think Olive would just follow me around and be like, Mom, hey, what are you doing? Mom. Because Olive is like my little shadow. Like I pee a lot, right? I'm pregnant. So I get up in the middle of the night and pee a lot. Every time I get up to pee, Olive is like pet time. And I have to do like 3 minutes of petting before I go back to sleep.
She just have questions and haranguement for you? Mom,
Yeah.
Mom, pet me.
Yeah. She'd be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, I'm just sitting here, Olive. She'd be like, okay, what are you doing now? That's what I feel like Olive would do. And Hermia would be like, get Maps away from me. I wish Hermia would talk. She's very anxious. So I could be like, what is actually bothering you, Hermia? Please let me know. I know she's kind of a chatty cat. I don't think Hermia would be very chatty, actually. I think she's kind of stoic. She just kind of wants to be around. And I think Maps would just have like a little attitude. She'd be like a little girl with like a snotty attitude. She'd be like me as a kid.
Oh, great.
It's like a real asshole. But you're like, oh, she's like too smart. She'd be like,
All right.
yeah. That's why I think my cats would be
Precocious
like.
child.
Yeah. What about your cats?
Oh, Plantain would absolutely just look at me in disappointment all the time and be like, I'm really disappointed in you about this. I'm really disappointed about this. And Pistachio would just sit next to his food bowl all day long and go, now? Is it time to eat now?
Yeah.
Is it now?
Maps would
What
do
about
that a lot
now?
too. She'd be like, why aren't you feeding me?
Yep.
And then we have to be like, you're overweight.
I haven't eaten in 87 years. That's not true. That's not true at all, actually.
You're lying to me right now.
If you think that's true, then you're actually quite a dumb kitty, which is true. Pistachio is quite dumb. I love him, but he's very stupid.
Maps is just like a beast. She just wants to eat all the time. And it's hard. It's hard to control the feeding of 3 different cats who have 3 different needs. So Maps gets a lot of extra food. Because like, you know, if I'm going to feed Livy extra or like Hermia eats really slow and then like Maps will swoop in and I'll be like, girl, you have to let everybody else eat.
Nope.
You little fat buck. I think that's it,
I
right?
think that's it. Yep.
Was this a good one? I can't tell.
Yeah. I thought we had pretty decent discussion on lots of stuff.
This will probably be the second to last one for a while.
Yeah. Before you go on maternity leave.
We might be able to eke one in November, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who knows?
It's me coming to you at least, so
Yeah.
there's that.
We'll see if my child also hates this room.
He might not now. He certainly did then.
I mean, it used to get really hot in here
It was very hot.
because
in here.
we would be professionals and we would turn the air off, and now we're like, we're gonna sacrifice some audio quality for our comfort.
Yeah, for real.
As we should.
I'm glad that I went through my whole pregnancy and got to the end of it, and then we were like, maybe we should be better about this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, Erin.
Whatever. It'll never happen again.
That's it then.
That's the end. All right.
Okay.
Goodbye. You can find us on the internet.
Oh yeah. I'm at Stella_Cheeks, or just Stella Cheeks on Blue Sky, Tumblr, and technically Instagram for now.
For now.
But if you send me a message on it, I won't see it probably.
You can still get a hold of me at NYD Urgency on Instagram for now. But if you want to get a hold of us, actually, you should get a hold of us at NYD Productions on Instagram.
Or at our email, which is NYD Productions Pods.
NYD Pods, I think.
You know what? Just do it on Instagram.
Just do it on Instagram. Or you can go to our website, nydproductions.com.
I'm sure our email's on that.
Yes, there are all the links on there, including to our Discord, if you'd like to join that. And also, you should sign up for our newsletter, which comes out every month. It's at nydproductions.beehiv.com.
Yeah, that one is fun because there's 3 distinct personalities in there, so there's like a lot of different recommendations. And
Yeah, there's a
stuff.
lot going on, which it seems like we've done a good job of fusing together. Next month will be 1 year.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, what is time?
I know, right? So strange.
It's wild. Everything feels like it's moving in molasses and yet at warp speed at the same time.
100%.
I guess that's just being alive.
The days take forever and the weeks go by like that.
Sure.
Sure. The days go slowly, the years go quickly.
Yeah. Time as a whole feels like it moves fast, but individually it feels slow. Is what you said.
Yes.
I just said it convoluted. This chair is making a lot of noise. There's going to be a lot of background noises in this, I think.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, have a Wednesday. That's what our kicker is. It's like, we just say goodbye, right? No, have a Wednesday, everybody.
Ah!